WBRC Fox 6 News reporter Josh Gant is outside Baton Rouge tonight. One of the areas hit the hardest by this flooding. Josh, what can you tell us about what's been happening in that area?
Yeah, hey there, Janet. We are in Prairieville, which is just outside of Baton Rouge. We are on Alligator Bayou Road. Now, all of this water flowing from the Manchuck Bayou, believe it or not, it's supposed to be flowing in the opposite direction. This goes to show that there's a lot of water that has fallen in this area. All afternoon, Louisiana National Guard Chinooks dropped off sandbags to try and stop the flow of water. They're placing the sandbags along Alligator Bayou Road, and it seems to be working. State Representative Tony Bacala out Wednesday surveying the damage.
The water flowing across here affects a large population of people who are miles away, and it's, you know, people call. I just want to be able to give them a first-hand account. This is what it looks like now.
Nearby residents are on pins and needles hoping the water recedes soon.
Yes, yeah. And not knowing what's going to happen and if we're going to get more rainfall and, you know, things like that. So this never happened before, so there's a lot of unknowns.
They're just trying to dam it off somewhat to lessen the pain that the people on Ridge Road and below.
This is the second day in a row National Guard troops have been sandbagging this area.
This is part one. Part two is the aftermath, when you have to pick up the parts of your life. And certainly that's going to be the long drawn out process once this finite period of tragedy passes.
You can probably hear those helicopters right now still dropping those sandbags in this area. Now the good news, the water is starting to recede. Earlier on it was up to my kneecaps. Now it's down below, just below my feet though. But this water does have to go somewhere, so now the focus shifts downstream for those residents who live just a few miles south of this area.
We're calling this Noah's flood. This is a flood of biblical proportions.
Those who live along the Amite River just southeast of Baton Rouge are just now coming back into their homes after the historic flood.
Welcome to hell, is all I can say.
Pokey and Jackie DeLottery's riverfront home was pushed off its foundation 8 inches. Inside, you can see the devastation, their home in ruins. To give you an idea of just how much water came rushing into this home, we're talking about 7 feet. You can see the water line right here. The family telling me they've been through a number of floods, but they say this one is definitely the worst.
I cannot come back to live with this. It's unsafe. I have pillars underneath my house which are broken.
The DeLotterys filed a FEMA claim earlier this week.
We called FEMA. We made our flood claim on Saturday when we had to escape with the clothes on our backs. And we call them again today because we haven't heard from anybody, only to find out they lost our claim. I have money maybe for a week more. Am I going to come back to this to live? Where is our financial help?
If it wouldn't be for flood insurance, which I'm probably going to have to fight, we wouldn't have any help.
This is some of the worst damage we've seen. As you heard the family say, they have been pleading for help all week. They just want someone to show up and lend them a helping hand. We're in Baton Rouge. I'm Josh Gant for WBRC Fox 6 News on your side.
She was beautiful. She was talented. She had stuff going for her. And she was ready to be a mother.
But January 8, 2016, someone shot 16-year-old Raven White in front of her family's apartment off Center Point Parkway. Her mother, Tangi White, lost 2 loved ones that night, her oldest child and her unborn granddaughter.
It's hard. On her birthday, I went to the gravesite. That was the hardest thing I ever had to do, was talk to my child in the ground.
Tangi says the night of the crime, Raven was in a car eating pizza with the baby's father when they were robbed. He told her and police the gunman shot Raven before getting away in a dark vehicle.
I heard like a firecracker sound. They were parked right there beside my bedroom window. I came out the door and I just froze because all I could see was blood coming out of her mouth and she's screaming for me.
The father of Raven's baby rushed her to St. Vincent's East with her mom close behind. Her mother says hospital staff told her, despite being shot in the chest, Raven was conscious and talking when she got there, but she lost too much blood.
Within that hour and a half during surgery, they lost her.
6 months later, Tangi and Alexis visit Raven and her baby here. They're buried together in Trafford. Police continue to investigate the crime, but say no new information can be released. Her mom says Raven had no enemies. She was a bright student who played volleyball and wanted to be a nurse. She'll never get that chance, but her family is not giving up hope that justice will be served. Raven's mother has this message for her daughter's killer.
To whoever did this, to make it easier on yourself, it might be easier for you to just go turn yourself in. I'm not giving up. This is one case. It's not gonna go cold.
I'm not your hero, you're my hero, all right?
We're here today to honor Shelton Waldrop. He's in his struggle with cancer now. At this point, he just thinks we've come to give him a hat and a shirt and just the Hummer here, and he doesn't expect the surrounding agencies to be here. He loves the police and the fire departments, public safety, and we love him.
It's Shelton. Shelton.
And so we're here to show him that we do support him in his daily battle with this childhood cancer.
It's really been a dream for me. I've always wanted to be a police officer, but you know, my daddy's a police officer, so you know, I've always really respected police officers.
Here you go. Got it?
He loves his hometown and his police officers and firemen, and it meant a lot.
I just want to thank all these agencies and municipalities and what have you that
came out today
to put this together to make this day special for Shelton.
All right, everybody look at us. They said today, I'm their hero, and all these guys in blue are my heroes.